Welcome to Tutorio. Did you know that the average person consumes about 53 pounds of sugar every year? That's enough to fill an entire kiddie pool with sugar granules. Imagine diving into that, huh? A sweet, sticky splash. Now, sugar isn't just the white stuff you add to your coffee. Oh no, it takes many forms. There's the rich, dark brown sugar that makes your cookies chewy, the powdered sugar that dusts your donuts, and even the corn syrup that sweetens your favorite sodas. And let's not forget honey, nature's own sweetener. No wonder dentists are always in business, right? I mean, with our collective sweet tooth, it's a wonder we're not all walking around looking like jack-o'-lanterns, but hey, life's too short to skip dessert, am I right? So where does all this sugar come from? Let's find out, shall we? Consider yourself lucky you don't have to cultivate sugar canes in your backyard every time you want to bake cookies. Now let's dive into the fascinating journey of how sugar gets from a towering cane or a humble beet to the sugar grain that sweetens your morning coffee. Picture this. You're a farmer growing sugar cane, a plant that's like grass on steroids, or sugar beets, which are like regular beets but sweeter and less likely to end up in your salad. Once these plants reach their peak sugarness, they're harvested and sent off to a factory. Now, this isn't your average run-of-the-mill factory. This place is like a high-tech spa for plants where they're pampered and processed to extract all their sugary goodness. Imagine trying to squeeze a giant grass stalk until it cries sweet, sweet tears. That's basically how we get sugar from sugar cane. The cane is crushed to extract its juice, which is then boiled until it transforms into a thick syrup. Sugar beets, on the other hand, are sliced and soaked in hot water to coax out their sweet juice. And just like that, we have our raw sugar. But it's not quite ready for your cookie dough or cup of tea yet. This raw sugar is still a bit too raw. It's like your favorite celebrity without their makeup on. It needs a little bit of polish before it's ready for the spotlight. So the syrup is heated up again, causing the sugar to crystallize. These crystals are then spun in a centrifuge, which is like a merry-go-round for sugar, separating the crystals from the syrup. The sugar is then cooled and filtered, getting rid of any impurities, kind of like a detox for sugar. At the end of this process, we're left with pure white sugar, ready to add a dash of sweetness to whatever you're cooking up. After a little bit of heating and cooling, some filtering, and a dash of centrifuge magic, voila! Your sugar is ready to sweeten up your life. But wait, there's more. Now that we've got our sugar, it's time to package it and ship it to your local grocery store. Or in my case, directly to my kitchen because I have a serious cookie addiction. Once processed, sugar is packaged in a variety of ways depending on its final destination. It could be a 5-pound bag destined for your pantry, or a massive 1,000-pound sack heading to a commercial bakery. Imagine being the one to accidentally knock over that behemoth at work. Talk about a sweet disaster. Did you know that sugar is also distributed in liquid form? Yes, indeed. It's shipped in tanker trucks, similar to how we transport gasoline. Can you picture pulling up to the pump and filling your car with sugar syrup? Now that's a sticky situation. Here's a fun thought. Imagine if sugar was delivered like milk in the old days. I'd have a sugar man delivering bags of sugar to my doorstep every morning. I'd greet him with a smile, a cup of coffee in hand, and a desperate plea for my daily sugar fix. Speaking of coffee, let's not forget those individual packets of sugar that somehow find their way to the bottom of your purse or backpack. They're like little sweet surprises, ready to rescue your bland cup of joe when you least expect it. Sugar's journey from the field to your cup of coffee isn't as simple as it seems. It involves a lot of hard work, machinery, and sweet, sweet science. So next time you're adding a spoonful of sugar to your tea, remember, it's not just sweetener. It's the product of an incredible journey. From tall green sugar canes swaying in tropical fields, to the complex dance of extraction, refinement, and crystallization, each grain of sugar tells a tale of transformation. And that, my friends, is the sweet and short of sugar production. Pun absolutely intended. Here's to the sweet life and the even sweeter science that brings sugar to our tables. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a date with a bag of sugar and a batch of cookies.